Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In celebration of hitting 20,000 subscribers, I figured I'd do another old sketchbook tour. I have like a backlog of I don't know how many sketchbooks, like over 60 sketchbooks, and I like the tradition of like picking through an old sketchbook every subscriber milestone and just looking back on how far I've come throughout my whole art journey. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 20,000. It's really crazy, and I hope you guys enjoy the content I have coming up, and it seems like you've been enjoying the draw with me's a lot, so they're really fun to make and I really like that. I'm really happy that you guys enjoy them as well. But yeah, for this sketchbook specifically, I finished it I think like 2 years ago. Let's see. Yeah, about 2 years ago. And it was a summer before my junior year. Yeah, summer before my junior year of college. And I had bought a new Master's Academy subscription, and I was taking a couple classes on there, specifically the Bill Perkins one. And that's partially why I wanted to show you guys the sketchbook, because I had mentioned the class that I took in like a previous draw with me, and I just wanted to show you my notes and how I learned a lot about illustration, painting, and color from that class. So yeah, it was really helpful. I'm not sponsored at all by New Masters Academy. I just really like their programs, and I don't have a subscription anymore, but it'd be cool to go back and take some more classes. But this is sketchbook number 57, and I believe my current sketchbook is 65. So yeah, so this is about almost 10 sketchbooks ago. So it was old news, you know. And I just really like this sketchbook. I really liked a bunch of the drawings in it. So yeah, let's just flip through. So I think this is like an NC Wyeth. I think that's the artist's name. I was really obsessed with his work. He did a ton of like oil paintings of like knights and like Arthur and Lancelot and all that stuff, and I really liked it, so I just slapped it in there. I think I was also taking a class from Chen from Class 101, and it was like a game character design class, and I took one of my original characters and made like a whole new outfit for her. It was super fun. So yeah, this was digital. I drew this digitally and printed it out and slapped it in here, but I really like it. It's cute. So this starts the Bill Perkins composition for visual artists class. It's just me taking notes on everything, and then some original character doodles on the sides. This is like the bulk of the sketchbook, just all these studies and notes from that class. Some more notes from the class, really looking at like design and contrast and black and white and all that stuff. These are a lot of studies from like Zorn, Anders Zorn, Edward Mayonnaise, just a lot of like really studying from masters and learning how to apply it in my own work. Vampires, of course. This what began the obsession, and it's cool to see even back then, even 2 years ago, I was still into vampires, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's an original character of mine, and he gets turned into a vampire, and I was like, epic. Some more studies. Oh, more of that vampire character. Yeah. My style has changed a little bit, but I really want to get back to kind of like that more detailed, almost painterly look. Maybe implementing that more, because I think I've gotten really like cartoony and simplified, but I also love that. So maybe trying to find a balance. Yeah, more. This is a direct study from an actual piece by Bill Perkins, I think. This was like creating my own compositions based off of a character and their life. It's actually a D&D character. My D&D character Cherry, she's a halfling fighter, and I was like just imagining where she'd be traveling, what her home would look like, very hobbit-like, her cooking and different things of her baking, and just having fun with exploring her character. And I really like this green. I think it's like a Posca pen or something. Very angsty original character drawings. Also, if I say OC, and if you aren't aware what OC is, I had someone comment this. OC means original character. It's just short for original character, so if I say OC, that's what I mean. But yeah, this was just like, I believe this is like gouache and just like messing around and being really angsty and, you know, typical. And I think these are some classes from the Chen class 101 class. I don't know if they offer it anymore. It was a really weird system of the class. You were only able to access it for like 70 days or so, and it was honestly kind of expensive. I don't really recommend it, but I still learned a ton from it. So the more original character work, the same character from the beginning. Her name is June, and this story is like a story I made way before Bill and Saul, my other characters that are more popular, the cowboy characters. So they're like the true passion project, or like they're the ones that I kind of keep hidden, but I might begin to share more about them. But yeah, it's like a typical fantasy, almost coming of age story. I don't know. I forgot a lot of the stories since I don't draw them a ton, but yeah, I miss drawing them. Some more notes from Bill Perkins, and then some like Jim Bro doodles, alternate universe with one of my characters or something like that. But yeah, just continue notes from that class. I just really recommend that class for like anyone interested in doing like visual development or art and illustration and painting and all that stuff, because I literally learned so much from it and how to create like a successful composition. And I'll have it linked down below if you guys are interested in it. Once again, not sponsored. I just really like their classes. Yeah, experimenting with like transparent paper and adding stuff on top. Oh, whoa, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I believe this is studies from Nicola Fang. I can't even read my own handwriting. It's a piece called Portrait of a Man with a Cigar, something like that, but just studying like different ways of rendering or like categorizing the piece into color blocks and then value and then line. So really cool. Some more doodles of June, kind of exploring more of like that game character concept and just having fun with like this huge backpack that she wears. I think I would like consider designing her in like a trainee like stage in her life, and that was the game character design. So some more angsty doodles. Yeah, I'm trying to remember like the original story. I did not write it down, which was bad on me, but yeah, just going crazy. We all have that one angsty sad boy character that we can't help but draw a ton. More of the vampire character, him just being like cool and epic and a vampire, and like being one of my favorite characters to draw. Oh, these were like designs of like these two main characters as children. So it's the vampire character and then June, how he would look like grown up or like further along in the story after he turns, and then just schooling outfits of her. I need to do more outfit stuff like this. I felt like I was really working hard on like outfit and fashion design here, and I kind of lost it just because it just doesn't come naturally to me. But that's why like sketchbooks are a good place to just practice and experiment with a lot of these things. More angst. This like pose doesn't really make sense, but I kind of like it would be fun to redraw it. Notes from the Bill Perkins class. This was about value grouping, keeping things succinct within different value ranges. Some more of the Bill Perkins class. He was doing like demos, so I was like copying the demos as the class would go along. And then some more original character work. This main trio was always so much fun to draw. I need to draw them again. This was like a key study, like a value key study, and looking at differences and what kind of mood you can get by conveying different values. And I think this was off of a N.C. Wyeth Captain Nemo piece, and just taking that and exploring it. And then some random doodles of me enjoying pancakes. Some more notes, a lot more about the major key, minor key stuff, and rules of composition, and just studying from other artists. That's something I really recommend in like any art field that you're going into, is just studying from other artists. You can learn literally so much so quickly. Some more composition stuff and trying to apply it to my own pieces and work. This is tone, exploring tone. These are more of the Jeff Chen notes. I'll also have that class link down below if I can find it, or I'll have his channel link down below because it was also super helpful. More character stuff, some more studies. I think this is a study from a John Singer Sargent piece, and then this is just like an original study from like a reference photo. Also, another reference study, just emphasizing a lot of contrast in the face and the shoulder. And I think it's like one of my first few times handling paint and acrylic paint and all that stuff, and still getting used to it. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a little confusing, but it was fun. And then some more original character work. I think this is my half-orc bard Chen, he's basically a D&D character that I've never played, and I just really wanted to create a bard character for some reason. reason. So yeah, I really like his design and I really want to draw him again. Some more Bill Perkins notes. This is using line mostly. And these are studies from, I believe this is Castlevania studies. I was really into that show and I really liked the art direction of it. Some more original character works when they were younger. Introducing like this professor, teacher character. I really like him. He was basically an excuse to draw a DILF, so how could you not like him? Some more composition note classes, and I really like these little doodles on the sides of the characters, of some of my characters. Yeah, more of that professor character, and then also these two scheming. I'd like filmed some of the drawings in the sketchbook, and I posted them on Instagram, and the reel kind of blew up, so it was cool seeing people interested in the characters. Some more of that professor character. I have no idea what was happening in the story. I would love to tell you guys more about it, but I literally can't remember. But yeah, and then some composition ideas for a future piece, really focusing on value. Some more NC Wyeth studies, Robert Fawcett, and Gen Z. Gen Z is like one of my favorite artists ever. I recommend looking up their work so much. It's so good. But yeah, just a lot of studying of other artists so I can really start to implement a bunch of their techniques into my own work. Some Leyendecker studies, more Robert Fawcett, John Graham, I believe. I don't know who this is. This might be more NC Wyeth. I'm not sure. But yeah, more of the Bill Perkins class, intertwined with some original character doodles. Yeah, just being cute and having fun. And then also like anatomy stuff. Some a little bit of more like OC exploration, and then also a like big study of Evan Earl. They're the artists that was used, their style was used a ton in Sleeping Beauty, the Disney animated film. And unfortunately this page kind of like ripped a ton. I don't know how that happened. I guess just with transport, but yeah, they have really great shape language and shape design, so they're really great in studying composition and like keeping things simple. Some more design matrices of a piece I was planning that I could apply everything that I learned from the Bill Perkins class. I definitely recommend like after you do some sort of class to really apply what you learn, because that really helps cement what you learn. Kind of like if you're learning a language, applying the new vocabulary or the new grammar into writing or into a conversation really helps to cement it and makes you remember it longer. These are more Bill Perkins notes and studying different ways of interpreting like a composition. Some more OC doodles. I really like these. They're funny. But yeah, I feel like I kind of hit a stride with drawing them and depicting them in this sketchbook, and I'd love to go back to that. Fun doodle of a guy playing a guitar on a horse. Some more of the Bill Perkins class. This is like one of the cutest things I've ever drawn, I think. It's really good. I don't think I've matched anything close to this. This is very cute. And then also applying a lot of what I learned in the Bill Perkins class to this interaction between my characters and just in like a scene. Yeah, I think I kind of went over my head with this, getting in too many details, but it'd be fun to go back and fully color these because it's a funny interaction. Some more notes from that class, studying scenes from a movie. More OC doodles. These were studies from most favorite painters and illustrator, Phil Hale. This is a study from one of his pieces. I definitely recommend looking up his stuff. It's super weird and creepy, and I think I've mentioned it in like a really old Q&A video. His stuff is so good. I love it so much. But yeah, definitely recommend his stuff. But also some more original character stuff. This concept for like a wedding, being super like mushy gushy, thinking about hairstyles. I really like how this like dress turned out. It's really cute, but not this outfit. Do not like this. But some more doodles of him. This is kind of cool. But yeah, I really want to go back to all this like fashion focused stuff because I'm really not that great at it, so it'd be cool to go back. Some more like notes from the Bill Perkins class. And once again, with all this class stuff, I think I wrote it here, there's no rules, just tools. These are just like general things that can help you with your artwork, and I think it's important to remember that you can break them, and sometimes like the greatest things can come from like breaking and warping these rules. So some original character stuff, figuring out how to draw swords. And I think I had this idea of like this sword being sentient, or like one of the characters dies but then their soul gets like implemented into a sword, and the only way this character can feel close to the other person is to like use the sword and, I don't know, kill people or something dark like that. But it was an interesting concept, definitely inspired a ton by Soul Eater and all that stuff, but the sword remains a sword, it doesn't turn into a person, so kind of like a tragic end for one of the characters. Yeah, some more notes from the Bill Perkins class, just a ton of just analyzing and probably over analyzing and over studying, but I still learned a ton. More original character doodles, and I think this is by the time I was getting close to the end of the class, I believe. Maybe, sort of, not really, I don't know. There's like this one really good thing that I highlighted, and it says not being content with your work is good. You are learning and increasing your skills. So, and then I think like Bill Perkins actually said this, like just keep working at it. And I really like that sentiment, because at the time, and I still do feel this now, that I'm never truly content with what I make, but I know that's kind of comforting because that means I'm never gonna like stop creating. So it's cool. I think these are some pieces by Bill Perkins that oh no, this is Dean Cornwell, and then this is Bill Perkins, I believe, and just pasting them in here just as inspiration. And I really recommend this for anyone who's kind of like lost with what they're doing, to just like print off a ton of pieces that they like and just slap them into your sketchbook so you can go back to them and be inspired by their work. This looks like oh, these are like Jeff Chen notes. So it was like a video game character design thing. Me exploring some like pattern with original character, more original character stuff. Oh, this is when I was actually like applying the stuff that I learned in the Bill Perkins class. So we'll start out with this. This was the original sketch concept, and then looking more at value and creating like a matrix design, and then having the actual like strong values and studying that, the color / value sketch, and just seeing how well the values were working in relation to what I wanted to portray with my artwork. And then this is the final piece. It's nice. It was in my BFA show, so I'm still somewhat proud of it. I think it's a little boring-ish, but it definitely serves as kind of like a poster, almost like a cover to something. Like I can imagine like some text right here, it being like a cover to like a comic book. So that would be cool. But I also think I included like reflection notes to see how I applied the things from the class and what I would do moving forward, thinking about original intent and how the piece either matched that intent or kind of deviated from it. So yeah, a lot of analytical stuff, a lot of thinking, probably too much thinking, but I still learned a lot, even though it kind of killed a bit of the spontaneity. But yeah, here is some more notes. I think this is just studying stuff on my own, concept for a piece that never ended up happening, but I think I feel comfortable enough to go back to it. That's what I like about just trying to execute something to the best of your ability at some time, because even though you're not content with how it turned out in the first place, when you go back and look at your sketchbooks like I'm doing right now, and this is from 2 years ago, so now I'm like, oh, I could easily like try and execute that in an even better way. And since I had like tried it out before and had that idea written down, I can easily reference back to it. So I really recommend that to anyone who's actively learning and aren't content with how their skills are right now, because you can always go back and retry something. Okay, some more of that concept and sketching out that concept, super angsty, again with that idea as the person's like entity or soul being stuck in the sword and only being able to like feel close to that person by like using the sword. So I thought it was a cool idea. It's a little strange. I don't know. I'll have to workshop it a bit, but it's still a fun idea. Yeah, some more. These are some doodles of myself. For the quote, I didn't even know there was good art until like 2 months ago. It's like a reference from Scott Pilgrim, but this is after I like finished the class. I was just like, wow, art is so cool. I didn't know this whole world existed, so it was really nice. Some more OC exploration and doodles, figuring out poses. I really like the energy of these poses, really fun, and I really want to go back to this. I think this was a separate class by Bill Perkins, and just studying a lot more of other artists and visual style and personal expression. Some more notes from that class and studying some original character stuff down at the bottom. Some more studying. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys, but I just really wanted to show how I like improved my skills a ton in like a short period of time just by taking this class and studying a ton. So yeah, little self-portrait down here. I think the semester was starting and I was just like, oh great. These are some gesture drawings from Croquis Cafe, my favorite figure drawing database. Not sponsored by them either. I've been using them ever since like high school, so it's been like 6 years of just doing stuff. Yeah, I always like to do figure drawing to like loosen up my hand and to freshen up on anatomy. Some more original character stuff of them being in like combat together and I don't know, teamwork, couple goals. Yeah, and then them together, some more of the main character, just having fun. I think I was inspired by like League or Runeterra art, like concept art. Some expression studies, again from Croquis Cafe. I'll have that link down below as well. Characters being silly and dramatic. Some more character stuff, and then exploring like environment stuff and background stuff. I think this was inspired by that one scene in like Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, just having fun, goofy. This is studying constructive anatomy by George Bridgman. For anyone who is like wanting to improve their anatomy, I'd say look up the George Bridgman like constructive anatomy PDF. It's free online. That's how I like to practice my anatomy because he breaks it down super simply and it's just really helpful and it's better than what I could teach, and I always direct people towards this PDF because it's always been super helpful and I really enjoy it in combination of doing my own figure studies. I feel like there's gonna just be like a ton of links. Character doodle with like an oversized sweatshirt and just having fun. These were, I think, yeah, the fall semester had started and I was doing thumbnails for a painting. I'll show it on screen now, but it was a fun painting. It was kind of simple and I was trying to utilize a lot of what I learned from the Bill Perkins class about composition and stuff. So yeah, some anatomy stuff and just figure drawing stuff, a little bit of character stuff. I'd started an intermediate illustration class and it was like comic based, so there might be some like there's comic book stuff planning in here as well. Yes, yeah, so there's like some of the other characters right here, but I had a concept for a baseball night and these were the original concepts for him. And if you've been following me for a while on Instagram, I have like actual like comic pages and like drawings from that comic project on there. So yeah, it's a fun concept. I need to redraw him again. I haven't drawn him in like months. This was like a surrogate daughter type character for the baseball night, and then some more original character stuff and just having fun. Some angst, original character stuff. Yeah, it's cute. I remember doing a lot of this stuff, so yeah, it's fun. I need to draw them again. It's a good time. Andy Samberg study. I think what year was this? I think I'd watched like Palm Springs or something and I really liked that movie, so I was just doing a bunch of doodles of him. I just really like his facial features. And some more original character stuff. One of my characters who's actually a painter, because one of them had to be a painter because I'm a painter, so yeah. Definitely need to draw him more and his wife. That would be, yeah, definitely need to do that. Some comic concept doodles and then some figure drawing practice. These are some more like comic class notes, more character doodles down there. Some more character stuff and some comic stuff doodles. Draw every day, yeah, still a bunch of angst. I think I was like attempting to do some like landscape stuff and trying to do stuff from my imagination, but it was really difficult and I still do find it super difficult. Yeah, it was a bit of a fail. And I use like acrylic paint in here, which is not the best to do in a sketchbook if you have acrylic facing each other because it'll stick and then you like end up ripping pages. So yeah, don't do what I did. Some face studies, some little character doodles, and then like a outfit check for one of my for the main character from the beginning of the sketchbook. She's like in a trainee outfit. She kind of looks a little dorky, but I kind of like that. It's fun. Yeah, I need to get like more creative with my outfits again because this is kind of silly. Some more original character angsty stuff. Yeah, I was going through it apparently. Hannibal, what more is there to say? I was like, had this idea of like a Halloween themed Hannibal like comic cover or something and didn't execute it and just rather did more original character stuff. But yeah, that'd be fun to go back to. Some more original character stuff and just messing around with like outfit ideas and interactions and just exploring all that sort of stuff. Some more dramatic original character stuff and like a Professor AU or whatever. Weird. Oh, and these were studies for a painting, or like a series of paintings I ended up doing that semester, of this pre-Raphaelite type lady in like the Florida environment and on top of gators and just having fun with that. And it's kind of ridiculous, but I love it. Some gator studies. I think I had gone to an actual zoo for this, and I was studying gators from life, and that was really cool. Thumbnailing for that idea and those paintings. I'll have them up on the screen if I can find like some pictures of them, but yeah, they're fun paintings to do. It was cool. Some character stuff. I had this idea, I couldn't get it out of my head. It was like a comic title for these characters, and it was like, I think there's like a movie called Love and Monsters, but I thought it was hilarious for some reason to be Love and Tax Evasion. And that just made me laugh so much. And I think it'd be fun to take the characters I'm doing a lot of work with right now, Bill and Saul, and putting that same title. Some more studies. Actually, I think this is when I went to the zoo and I was like studying from life. But yeah, there was Florida black bears and the gators, and I really like the palm trees and the palmettos, and just getting a lot of inspiration from that. This was another like comic title idea I had, Holding Out for a Hero. I still need to do like an animatic for that song. I love the Shrek 2 Holding Out for a Hero. It's just such an epic scene, and I'd love to like reinterpret it with my own characters or something like that. These are another this is another like concept for like a comic cover for like a comic that would never happen, about one of my vampire characters, and I just thought Man of Eternity was just like it's such an epic title. This needs to be something, but yeah, but never really did anything with it. But yeah, I think, oh, and this is another like faux comic cover, and it was thinking about like a silly scenario when all of these like people like this one character and the character's partner is like not having it. So yeah, just being silly, goofy even. Yeah, I think that's it for this sketchbook. Yeah, and there's just a bunch of scrap paper in the back. But yeah, that's it. A lot of studies, a lot of character stuff. Yeah, this was a sketchbook from about 2 years ago, and I think I've come a long way, but also want to go back and explore a lot of these ideas and, I don't know, draw some of the old characters I don't draw as much anymore. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how meticulous I got with studying and notes, and I hope you guys had some ideas for your own sketchbook, and check out some of the links down below with the resources that helped me in my art career. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 20,000. Yeah, I just really wanted to say thank you for 20,000 subscribers. It really is so cool to see you guys use my videos as you work on your own art and projects, and I love the idea that we're drawing and painting together and just having a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to create more art and art content for you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in more sketchbook and draw with me content. Make sure to follow me on Instagram for more frequent posts and new artwork, and I tend to put a lot of polls or asking you guys what you're interested in on my story, so if you want to be a part of that, make sure to go follow me, and you can check out my shop. Hopefully some prints coming soon. I'm working on this bad boy. I just started it this morning, and I've been sharing that process here on my channel, so hopefully they'll be done soon. Yeah, I've been working on a new painting, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll be back Friday with another video. Bye.